TheSmartLocal.com.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Beyond Beliefs. I'm Amanda.
I'm Ameer, I'm a funeral director.
And today, I will be asking Ameer some questions about Muslim funerals. I know nothing about Muslim funerals. If I make any assumptions, please correct me, okay? And I will be asking you some interesting questions lah.
Sure.
Okay? So the first question that we have here is, what exactly happens from the time someone passes away to when they are buried?
To better understand about how Muslim funeral, we have 4 obligations that we need to take note of. Number 1 is to bathe the deceased or to shower the deceased. Secondly is to shroud the deceased. Number 3 is to do the prayer upon the deceased. And lastly, the burial for the deceased. So there are the 4 obligations or 4 steps we should act upon when death happens.
How quickly do funerals happen after someone passes away? For Chinese people, it usually is between 3 to 7 days for the funeral.
So for Muslim, the process will be quick to prevent decomposition. Usually we will do the funeral less than 24 hours. For example, when someone passed on 8 p.m. at night, we usually gonna start the funeral at 8 a.m. the next day. So we're gonna be completed within noon. The funeral will be done.
I see. Then what is the longest that this is like a cut-off? You cannot wait any longer.
I would suggest not more than 24 hours because within 24 hours, the body will start to decompose, will start to produce this smell. So that's the reason why we need to do it very fast so that people won't smell the disease and so forth.
Is cremation allowed in Islam?
Cremation is not allowed in Islam because it is how our Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, taught us. It is only burial. So that's the reason why in Singapore we have limited land.
Yes.
So you can see that our land is not that big. But through our religious scholars in Singapore, it is said that after 15 years of burial, we can exhume back the deceased. And whatever remaining leftovers, we will put into another grave with other 8 remainings. So that the grave that the person has been in can be taken reused for a new burial.
I see.
So that's the reason why as a Muslim, we are not allowed to do cremation.
So that means they have to make a note like, okay, this grave has been here for how long? Then, you know, there is like a time period.
When we get a cemetery lot, it's via NEA. So our cemeteries are handled by NEA.
I see. Okay. So it's on their side lah.
It's on their side. They will come up with a letter, a list with the plot number, the block number, and they will state the deceased name. Everything will be there. And then of course, over on top, it will state as a burial list. So it's a burial lease. Minimum lease will be 15 years. So if let's say the need to exhume back in the future, they will actually go public and start to call out the family that, okay, all deceased at this particular block will be exhumed. So family will need to come to the office and then do the claiming part. Everything will be in a system that they will actually inform us accordingly. So Amanda, this is Pusara Aman Mosque or Masjid Pusara Aman. I'll pass over to him. He'll be sharing more and giving you a tour to this mosque.
No problem.
Hi, so my name is Ilham. I'm the Marketing and Communications Officer for Pusara Aman Mosque. So I'll be giving you the tour. But before that, let's take off our shoes before we head in. Let's go.
No problem. Take off my shoes. Let's go.
Okay, so Amanda, this is Pusara Aman Mosque. We have been around for about 50 years.
50 years.
Providing services for the community
Wow.
with regards to funeral services. So over here on our left and right is our, it's the main part of the prayer hall. And also in part of our mosque, we have our funeral room. So just around the corner, so we'll be taking you there to show you more about it.
Oh, I can go in?
Yeah, of course, can.
Oh, okay.
So this is one of the 2 rooms that we have. And each room is equipped with a ventilation system to ensure that if there are any bad odors that come out, we make sure we extract them properly. And also, of course, we have 2 very nice aircon.
Aircon important.
Nicer than our offices actually. So the aircon is to make sure that the body is cool and doesn't, because with heat, the body may produce some extra smells and may cause some problems during the preparation.
With no aircon, my body also produces some smells. Just saying.
We have the necessary equipments for the preparation. That is all in line with NEA's regulation. Okay, so over here on our right, we have the ablution area, the wudu area. So where Muslims will take their wudu, which is where they clean
themselves.
Yeah, and before they start their prayers or any religious acts. So this is the male side, of course, but also we have the female side, which is more private, of course. Okay, so next up in our mosque vicinity is actually our lovely cafe that we have here.
The cafe smells damn good.
I mean, yeah, we have really good food here. If I can recommend, is the nasi sambal goreng and the biryani. Tip top, because we accommodate to many congregants and visiting family members over here. So we accommodate a cafe so for everybody can eat. Somehow we are Jalan Bahar at Lim Chu Kang, so we are in the middle of nowhere. So we have workers and we also have our fellow neighbors from the temples and from the crematoriums to come here for lunch also.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's a place for all.
Do Muslims do embalming?
Muslim, we do not do embalming for local cases. But when do we do embalming is that if let's say someone passed on overseas, embalming will be the regulations needed by the airline. We need to embalm the deceased in order for you to repatriate back the deceased back to their home country. For example, in Singapore, because we have foreigners working with us, we have our Bangladeshi brothers who are Muslims, we have the Indonesian mates, because they can't be buried here. Only Singaporean only are allowed to be buried in Singapore. Singaporean, PR, or if let's say a foreigner, their next of kin is a Singaporean, only will be allowed to be buried here in Singapore. Other than that, we are not allowed to actually do the burial in Singapore.
So even if like foreigner, the family say, I mean, maybe this person has been here a while.
No, even though the person has this long-term pass, I think, right, because often coming to Singapore and visit the family, it is not allowed unless the children or the husband or the wife is a Singaporean. You need to prove with a birth certificate because you need to mention the name is inside there, or by marriage, by the marriage certificate. Then only they are allowed to be buried here in Singapore.
Okay, so it is allowed, but only on certain special cases.
Correct. So it's a case-to-case basis.
Why do Muslims wrap the deceased in a white fabric instead of putting clothes on and placing the deceased in a coffin? So for example, for Chinese, they will dress the deceased in, let's say, their favorite clothes. Yeah, and then they will put them in the coffin, they will embalm, they will put makeup.
So for Muslim, what our Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, taught us not to dress up with our normal clothes when we were to pass on. We are taught in our religion, if let's say someone passed on, please shroud the deceased in white. But again, if let's say death were to happen in a rural area, for example, a place where we can't find shop buy white cloth, then only we can use any other colors. For example, there's a blue cloth only, then only we can use that. There's an exception to it.
Now, my next question, also related to shrouding, is who is present during the ritual washing and shrouding? Family?
If let's say a father passed on or mothers passed on, the children will be the utmost important person to be there to assist with the bathing of the deceased. So as a last service for them. But if let's say some do not have any son, okay, then maybe they have grandchildren, then the grandchildren can help with the bathing of the deceased, shrouding of the deceased with the help of the funeral director. Yep, they can't do it themselves unless they know how to. But if let's say you do not have any son, grandchildren, then we can go to nephew and nieces. Most important will be the family members.
So if in the event, let's say, you cannot find the next of kin at all, it will probably be done by the funeral directors.
What happened in Singapore, let's say we can't find the family members, some of the body will be kept in the Health Science Authority mortuary. Have you seen like they say finding the family members of, you know, they will start
in like a newspaper or something like that.
Advertisement, you know, to share this. So that will happen actually.
I see.
Yeah, that will happen. So they will try to find the family members first.
I've been at TSL for 7 years. I have been to a jungle to shoot. Yesterday I was on a ship for 4 hours. This is my first time being at a place like this.
Hi, welcome to Deceased Preparation Room.
Okay, wow, okay. This is really my first time here.
This is where we prepare the deceased, such as showering the deceased, then of course shrouding the deceased, before we bring out to let the family members give their last respect. So we prepare everything on this table. We use aluminium where, of course, it won't rust, right? And we can clean it. So this is we place here, and we're gonna be using this hose pipe to shower the deceased.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then of course we have our shroud here ready. Everything will be done seamlessly on this bathing tray. Okay, so after showering the deceased, we will be shrouding the deceased, dressing the deceased with the white cloth that I've mentioned just now. This is not a real deceased. It's just for simulation purpose. Okay, so he's still moving. Okay, he's still alive.
So I was sorry on my phone now.
Alamak. Ayo, I cover everything already, you know. So when you see us shrouding the deceased, we are basically just putting one layer on top of another layer.
Okay.
Below, under this cloth, there's nothing. The deceased won't be wearing any clothes. To hold all this shroud into place, it is by using this to tie across the body so that it will be in place. That's the whole objective of the strings. We're gonna use 5 in total. 5 strings in total, yep. So now, just tying the knot, you need to ensure that it is not a dead knot. Reason being, once we place the deceased in the grave, we need to release the knot. So every knot is just to hold the shroud into place like you mentioned. So after putting the knots, we will take fragrances. You can smell, it smells nice. You can just have a bit.
Oh, it's an oil. Oh, it smells nice.
It smells nice. So we're gonna make sure the deceased smells nice. Why? Because we're gonna present to the family members. So after shrouding the deceased, again, the family will pay their last respect to the deceased. After performing prayers upon the deceased, then after that, we will be putting the deceased into the coffin. Then after that, we will be carrying the coffin into the van and then head up to the Muslim cemetery to do the burial there. In front of us here, this is a reusable coffin.
Reusable.
Yes, because Muslim do not bury a deceased inside a coffin.
Yes.
So it is just a means of transportation where we put the deceased in the coffin from the hospital back to home, then from home to the mosque, then of course to the cemetery. So after putting the deceased in the coffin,
Yes.
we'll bring the deceased to the mosque for prayers. We can perform prayers in the prayer hall. We are standing in front of the deceased. Okay, the person who leads the prayer must be standing like how I am standing here.
Okay.
So the rest of the family members will be standing behind me, making ranks behind me so that they can perform prayers following we call it the imam that leads the prayer.
I got one last question.
Sure.
I'm very curious how heavy it is without a body inside.
Without body inside?
Yes.
You can try carrying
Can
it.
try. This is my first time ever doing this.
By count of 1,
Okay.
2, 3, up.
Heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's quite heavy.
Lifting up weight like that.
Yeah, it's like lifting weight. Oh, it's really heavy. Wow. Okay, now I know why you will need 8 people with a body inside.
So this is the coffin that we use, that we place the deceased inside. It's the transport for the deceased. So basically we put everything, the deceased inside here, then we place in the van and carry and bring back the deceased back. Right under here, this is the bathing tray that we use to bathing of the deceased at home. Okay.
It's a portable one.
It's a portable one. We can bring this bathing tray up to the home. So usually we will bathe the deceased in the kitchen. Okay. But if let's say the kitchen is too small, sometimes we use the master bedroom. Because master bedroom has toilet.
Yeah.
We need the water source to actually bathe the deceased. Okay. That's why we have this bathing tray to bathe the deceased at home.
On the topic of burial, okay, is there a specific way a Muslim body is buried, or is it just like a regular grave?
For Muslim burial, when we place the deceased in the grave, this is how we lie flat, but we're gonna turn him 90 degrees on the side facing the Mecca where we pray. So our cemetery, if you see, is actually facing the Mecca. Okay, so we're gonna bring the deceased down at the cemetery in the grave like this. They will lie on their right side of the body, so it will be 90 degrees. So the head will be here, so facing Mecca.
Oh,
Like that.
okay.
So it'll be on the right side. So the whole body is like this, and then turn and facing towards Mecca.
Is giving money or gifts to the deceased family a common practice? If you go to a Chinese funeral, they have something called baijing, which is the donation to somebody who has passed on, for example, to maybe cover the funeral costs and things like that.
In Muslim funeral, you know condolences?
Yes.
It's the same concept. Okay, in Arabic term we call it takziyah. Okay, what happened is that yes, it is a tradition when someone pass on, people will give money to the deceased family, the wife or the husband, whoever it is. Okay, it is a tradition. You know, maybe this trial and tribulation that this person is facing right now, losing their loved ones, maybe with our words can help calm them down. That's how our religion actually taught us to.
Thank you so much for sharing with us about Muslim funerals. Is there anything else you would like to share with our audience?
Before we end this, because I have been in this funeral line for more than 17 years, I've seen regrets and their eyes of the children for not caring their loved ones, especially their parents. I would like to share and call out to all children. Love them when they're still around. Show your love to them. Your parents just need your love. And for you as a children to be there for them.
Thank you so much for sharing today, and I think these words that you have left us with pretty much applies to all religions and all cultures, all children out there. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Beyond Beliefs. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Ring the notification bell down below and watch our other videos over there. Bye!